In this video, we'll see about stepper motor interfacing. So what is a stepper motor? A stepper motor looks like this. This is an internal schematic of 4 winding, 6 teeth rotor, or these are the rotor teeth, 6 in number, and these are the stator teeth. These thick ones are the stator teeth. This whole big circle is the stator, and these lines or these wires are the windings across each stator teeth. Now when this is north and this is south, due to the pulses that we send to the windings and electrostatic and electromagnetism, here this pole or this stator teeth becomes south pole, this stator teeth becomes north pole, and accordingly the rotor teeth aligns itself along in this direction. Now if we change the pulses in the windings, suppose next this will become north, and suppose next this will become south, and this will become north, then this north pole will align itself to the south pole of the stator teeth. That's why it is not continuously moving, it is not moving smoothly, it is moving rather in steps. First it is aligned in this direction, then it will be aligned in this direction because north and south will be in this direction, so this point will rotate by a little angle and not fully 90-degree, and by such, in terms of these steps, it will move. So a stepper motor is a device used to obtain an accurate position control of rotating shafts. We get an accurate position and not continuous positions. In AC/DC, what happens? The shaft rotates continuously. As such, we do not get a fixed position, but here the positions are fixed. If this is a reference point, this tooth, then the positions are like this. Then after 90-degree, like this, not 90-degree. Then after one rotation, not even rotation, then after the next pulse it is like this, and then the next pulse it will be like this, depending upon the pulses we give into these windings WA, WB, WC and WD. It employs rotation of its shaft in terms of steps rather than continuous rotation in case of AC and DC motors, already said. To rotate the shafts, a sequence of pulses is needed to be applied to the windings of the stepper motor in the proper sequence. We will study the sequence later. So, how does it work? Working, the number of pulses required for one complete rotation of the shaft of the stepper motor are equal to the number of teeth in the rotor. So, here number of rotor teeth is equal to 6. And it says number of pulses required for one complete rotation of the shaft. If this is my reference tooth, then after one complete rotation it will again reach here. So for this one complete rotation we will need 6 number of pulses because we have here 6 rotor teeth are equal to the number of teeth on the rotor. When a pulse is applied to the winding input, the rotor rotates by one teeth position by an angle x, where angle x equal to 360 divided by number of rotor teeth. Simple unitary method. When we do one complete rotation, it is 360-degree, and for 360-degree we need x, or we need the number of rotor teeth. So for one angle it is 360 by number of rotor teeth. Not for one angle, the angle which is covered within one rotation, or not even rotation, within one input pulse, it is 360 by number of rotor teeth. For example, if we have 200 number of rotor teeth, that is we need 200 steps per revolution. That is like this, instead of 6 we have here 200 teeth. So every time it will move a little, then a little, again a little, like this it has to complete 360. So how much is that little? That little is 1.8 degree, because 360 by 200 is 1.8 degree. A simple scheme for rotating the shaft of a stepper motor is called a wave scheme. Next we will see the wave scheme, how it is rotating. The windings WA, WB, C and D are applied with required voltage pulses in a cyclic fashion so that it can rotate cyclic in a cycle. By reversing the sequence of excitation, the direction of rotation of the shaft of stepper motor may be reversed. See, if we apply pulse to WA and WC, it is aligned in this angle. If we will next apply pulse such that this is the south pole, this is the north pole, then this teeth will come towards right. But if I consider this will be my south pole and this will be my north pole, and I'll give the pulses accordingly to WD and WB. Since this is my south pole, this north pole will come this side, for which this reference tooth will shift to left. So if we reverse the sequence of excitation, the direction of rotation of the shaft motor may be reversed. So this is the wave scheme. For clockwise or for shifting right, we have to give, these are WA, WB, WC and WD, the windings. We have to give here pulses. If we give pulse to one and no pulse to the other windings, similarly then to B, then and nothing else. And in this case, if we will give, then it will rotate clockwise. If we will give in the reverse order, that is A, then D, C, B, A, then it will rotate in anti-clockwise. So this is a general diagram, not required for any examination, just to depict how these are connected. These are the windings W, A, B, C, D, and these are the port addresses, any of 8255 chip. These are the port addresses that are connected so that the pulse can be given to the windings.